Hey guys, good morning, have a good day. Wherever you're watching this video, I guess. Mm, so I want to clear things out a bit first. This wasn't planned, this wasn't scripted, I just had a few thoughts in my head that I thought, what if I record what I've been thinking about lately? Maybe to learn how to express myself better. And, just put it online just because I don't have my hands are really tired right now. I was like, I don't want to draw anymore. I don't want to draw or just write or just write anything like I usually do on my social media. I used to have a habit of just writing journals, writing kind of like emotional rants on Instagram, but I kind of stopped that thing. I felt like it was a bit childish for myself as well. But I think this isn't better as much, but it could be a good start. So the reason why I just started doing this whole video is because I wanted to try something new on journaling myself. Like I want to look back at this in a while and go, yeah, that was me. That was me a couple of years ago. I don't know. Rather than just looking at my art, I guess, just because I think I'm reaching a burnout. On what? What am I reaching a burnout for? I'm reaching a burnout on the fact that I feel like I kind of like losing my motivation. You guys can hear the background. That's because I live very close to the train station, so there might be some trains passing by. But yeah, I wanted to record myself talking. In one of the few moments where I actually lose my motivation to draw. And maybe some people will relate to this, some people wouldn't. Some people would get a much clearer mindset of how my brain works. Who knows? It's like looking into a math scientist's brain. I think it's really interesting, really. Yeah. I just thought about it and like, first of all, I questioned myself while, just sitting back and trying to work today. So I started the day at like 11:30. I know it's not very healthy for me, but I started. I cooked some stuff. I got myself a cup of coffee. And I sit down and I look at my checklist and decided to myself that, you know what, I don't feel like completing my checklist today. Let's do something else. But there's nothing else to do. For the checklist. And I just like sat down, procrastinate, going on YouTube for a while, and then going back to my drawing tablet, doing some weird ass sketches. I did sketch something, but I don't think I'm gonna post it or anything. I just keep it around, see what I did when I'm procrastinating, I guess. These are one of the days that this happens to me. Usually I would feel okay, but this has been happening a lot lately. Like, I've just been sketching and sketching, and I feel like I've lost the motivation to actually finish anything that I've been drawing lately. I'm trying to figure out why. Maybe after a couple minutes of rambling to myself in this video, I might realize something. You guys might realize something. You guys might learn a little bit. So yeah, that's the whole premise of this. But then, when I started to realize that all my sketches were clicking to me, I look at my files and I just don't want to finish anything. I asked myself, like, what's happening? Why am I feeling like this? Why do I feel like I don't want to do anything anymore? Who knows? Maybe it's just a one-time thing. I mean, I did have to like try to do things to help myself keep motivated. Like I text my friends and tell them, "Hey, are you guys busy? Maybe we can go study together." I mean, that worked. That worked for like an hour, and then stopped working. I just I just hated doing anything. I feel like the past couple of weeks I have lost motivation into doing anything. And it sucks. It sucks to feel this shitty. Really. Do I hate myself for feeling like this? Yeah. Do I know that that's very unhealthy? Yes, I do know. But then I respect myself as a person. Although I hate myself, but I can't really blame anything. I accepted this to be a part of me. And yeah, I started thinking about a lot of things, like what made me to have motivation to draw. Who knows? Sorry, I'm trying to avoid the train sound. Just when I finished the sentence, I think I heard the train coming through. So I'm having like these rain ASMR sounds that's playing in the background right now. So it's helping me. It's helping me a bit to calm down, but at the same time, it's a bit distracting. So now I'm like, I think I just forgot the point of what I was trying to say. Welcome to my world. And then, yeah. Why did I start drawing? Maybe I just never thought of that. You guys ever just wanted to draw because you enjoyed something? Because I just wrote this whole thing from my friend's interview because she was doing like an art project, and she wanted me to fill out a questionnaire, but like it was a pretty detailed one. So there was this one thing like, tell me about yourself, what formed your art style. So I went like, hey Mal, I consider myself to be an artist who loves cinema. I mainly draw my inspirations from movies. I mainly draw them from media like games and other things like that. And what my art style wants to do is to learn how to portray like what a movie can do in one frame. It's really difficult because that kind of explains why I try my best myself to draw a lot of things that like tries to like have it to have some rhythms, have some like motion, have some cinematic feeling to it, have some storytelling. Then I drew something earlier this year, which you guys know is the flower drawing. It definitely feels a bit different from what I usually do, because is there a story behind it? It depends on how the people depict the drawing to be. But yeah, I do have my personal story about how that drawing came to be. I think it was actually a kind of an imposter syndrome thing, and I started to draw myself as well. It was the painting was called Flower Wall, and I focused on drawing all these different varieties of flowers surrounding my character. And what it was supposed to mean for me was that, you know how some characters have their signature flowers, like I play Ikemen Vampire, and they always associate Vincent Van Gogh with the sunflower. Not because of his sunflower piece, but the character in that game, Vincent, he was a very pure character. He was always like so kind and so nice. And it was like he just shines like a sunflower every time he steps on. He goes into the dining room. And then I thought to myself about how a couple of years ago I used to think that I had a flower that represents myself. And I was like, I don't think so. I don't think that term applies to me anymore. I think it's kind of stupid to minimalize, to like, I don't know, wrap up a whole human's personality into one object, into one noun. It's very complicated, because, and then, you know, like, that's why I had this whole idea of just drawing different flowers everywhere across the character. Or like, this flower means something, this flower has one meaning, this flower has another meaning. Then it all comes together. And what happens? What happens to us? You don't understand the character anymore. You don't understand what happens there anymore, because the message is very unclear. And you know what's funny? What's funny is to be even sure if a meaning is clear or not. We have to ask the intention of the artist, right? And it's so important to understand what the artist is trying to say over the drawing. Because this morning I scrolled on Twitter and we had this whole let me just drink some water. And we had this whole thing on Twitter, like, please repost the drawing that you're most known for, you're most famous for. And yeah, sorry. And this person on Twitter, you know, like that meme of like this of like two different demons, I guess, like two different demons in black robes. One is handling the sword and the other one is like spreading their hands out, and they're like, and it's a whole meme. And the artist was like, yes, I'm the artist who drew this illustration, this meme. And they explain the intention of that drawing was actually not that this character was giving the sword to that other superior character. It was that they were giving the blessing to the sword, and the sword will eventually belong to no one in the story. It's kind of interesting. Now that I know that, but then like, yeah, going back to it though, it's interesting. I kind of started my whole personal journey in trying to understand the mind of the artist. Maybe understanding some other artists will help me understand where I'm at, what my drawings are supposed to mean. Because I really do feel lost right now with what I'm currently trying to do with my illustrations. Because other than just doing fan arts of the characters I enjoy, I feel like it's still shallow for me personally. Kind of stupid to say. I don't mean to offend any fan artists, because you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing, and I totally respect fan artists. It just feels, I just don't feel like it's enough for me. Then after I finished that painting, I really liked that flower painting. And I started to sketch out some more ideas, start to do some studies, start to do like studies to help me learn about some poses I might use in the future. Just, you know, doing stuff around to help improve. And then I realized, now I'm blank. Now what? Now that I have the skills I need, what am I supposed to do? Part of it might also be because I have been eyeing an iPad for a while, and because there's this whole fucking setup that I have in my room right now, it's not efficient enough. The moment I can be able to actually start drawing in this setup, I already lost motivation to do the idea that I already had in my mind. And it's just been this loop for weeks. And currently, because like I have so many unfinished ideas that never got to see the end of the tunnel, like the end of it. I never got to see my ideas finish. I kind of went back into this infinite hole of wondering to myself, because now I've lost all my ideas. Because I feel like it's also kind of like a domino, right? Like you finish one drawing, you have the motivation to do another, and then another, and then another. Some people do need a break. Some people need a break to like keep drawing. For me, it's more like once I've gotten the motivation, the flow, the workflow, like this flow, just like keep drawing and you'll get it, and then be like, you know what? It's kind of time to take a break. And then if I take a break, when I actually take the break, I would realize, oh shit, I'm taking the break now. Now I've lost the flow to get back on track. And I hate myself over that, really. I guess not every artist's mind is the same. That's why not everyone applies to the same tips and stuff. Like, you know, you should take a break. Because I've been taking way too many breaks. And now my brain is just like... And my artist workflow is just gone now, and I don't know what to do about it. I mean, I just finished rendering the drawing yesterday, right? But then it was an old drawing. I just finished rendering it just because it was there. It was there to finish, and I needed to finish prints. But all the things I've been drawing for the last couple of weeks, nothing really stood out to me. Hopefully, because I was actually at a friend's place for the weekend, and I borrowed her iPad and sketched a piece that is kind of similar to the flower piece, kind of like the same series, I guess, and I really like it. I like the concept. I like the sketch. Maybe I will finish it and see how it goes, but before that, I still have a lot of unfinished work that I need to finish. For example, uni. Yeah, I really hate it when things just doesn't go like how I wanted to. And now that I've reached a burnout, I've been sketching all day. Nothing hits anymore. My hand hurts. Not like actually hurting, but like I just feel this fatigue happening in the entirety of my body right now. I'm like, I don't want to do anything anymore. Maybe I should just go to sleep. But then I'm like, you had plenty of sleep. I've been sleeping until 12 p.m. for the last 4 days. I'm like, this is unhealthy. This is not good for me. I just hate it when I have these feelings. This isn't the first time I had this feeling. You know, this happens once in a while, and a lot of people are way too drained to even talk about it when they get this shitty feeling. But yeah, maybe I will just name this video Inside the Mind of a Burnout, or let me think of it. Let me think of a good title, actually. When I'll think about it later, but eventually you guys will see it on the actual title of the video. So, yeah. I guess I don't have much to say now. Hopefully when the sun downs I can lift my curtain up, because I prefer to work at night. It's currently 7 p.m. right now. I'm a very night person. That's why I slept at 4 a.m. yesterday. Partially because no trains actually go by during nighttime, so that I cannot be way too bothered about the trains passing by in my apartment. But yeah, I'll see how things goes. And, if you guys enjoyed this, I might do more videos of it, just me rambling, and maybe share your thoughts around. This will be a very random video, I know that, but having a little bit of encouragement and motivation, you guys, would help me a lot. Thank you.